at the Canavan Centre, Gorse Island in Swansea. It's quite an astute building. You can hire rooms out in there. I think it's about £400 a month sterling. You've got internet, heating, water, business rates. And there's like little pods and stuff. I've just built that little bit section at the back, but we're not going to be talking about that today. Can't quite see us yet, but bear with me. We are at the Gorse Island SOS Centre's boot fair. So while I walk round, we'll just fast forward this. But it looks like a good turnout today. Oh, and a bouncy castle for the kids. Wonderful. So there's a coffee thing. We're going to just take a little shortcut through here. But not under there. Let's go through this way. Okay, so yeah, this is run by the SOS Centres. They're a institution that help people in various ways. One of the main ways is like a food bank and stuff. But they've got transport and all sorts of different things they deliver to people in need at Christmas, like little gift boxes and stuff. Let's try and listen to the bird. Somewhere up there. Can't see. I don't think it's a swallow or swift. Perhaps a starling. It's like a little hole. So at the front of the centre now. I've been in there, it's quite nice offices, so if anyone wants to start a business or something, you know, get a little office, it's well worth inquiring about. It's Swansea Council. So yeah, this boot fair's been running for, well, at least since 2024 it started back up, maybe before that. The good thing about this is that there are other boot fairs that start early in the morning, like in Swansea. High Street car park is like quite a big one. It's in a multi-storey car park, and you know, on many levels. I think there's like 8 levels. It only gets to about level 5 or 6 or whatever. But yeah, it's always very busy. So this one, even though it's not so busy today, it starts at like 12:30. And then it's like food stalls, it's like a bouncy castles. And the good thing about this is only like a £5 entry. I was going to come down this day, but I thought I'd have a little walkabout, because I actually sell t-shirts, print them out and design them and sell them and source them as well. I've actually got one on still. I'll show you quickly if I can turn the camera on. Really see that one. It's on Amazon, this bad boy. Sarcasm is best served cold. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm at home, so that's like on merch on demand. But then at home I've got a DTF printer of sorts, A3, so I can print out big designs really on a number of substances. It's normally not polyester, but I can print on cotton using some polyester glue. So I'm trying to like go away from plastics and microplastics and everything else like that. I've basically deplasticized my deplasticized, I guess you could call it, even that's a process, but I've deplasticized. I'm going to use it anyway. My house, because I understand that microplastics and nanoplastics in our system are not good as they go past the blood-brain barrier. I'm going to make another video about this anyway, but any amount of plastic around us, it's not good. I've just heard actually that the European, I don't know, Union of some sort of just banned food packaging with BPA's in them by phenols or something, maybe. So they're things that can get into your skin and poison you. They're carcinogens and not very good. So finally they've stopped that. Whether it'll have a real impact on the food industry, because there's still further chemicals in the cartons that we get, fast food. Anyway, that's another video. So today we're just at the boot fair, having a little walk about, and we're going to focus more on the products, so I don't get too many people in. But that's okay if they are, nobody really minds anyway. But we've heard today that Keir Starmer is possibly going to quit and give us all a bit of a rest. But he's going to gracefully exit apparently. I suppose this is to lessen the blow of him going, but what's happened anyway, with the state of all of the things around us, the country and everything, it just go away really, shouldn't it? Quickly. Got some nice ceramic pots there. Oh, lovely, look at them bad boys. Again, this is one simple thing we can deplasticise with, just buy ceramics. These are probably old pots as well. Probably going to get some strange looks, but I don't care anyway. Okay, so where were we? Yeah, so Keir should be gracefully exiting this week. Andy Burnham is going for the leadership of the Labour Party. So there'll be a different person at the top. Will anything change demographically, economically? Probably not. They'd have to have a massive rejig of what's going on, what the plan is, and they wouldn't be able to undo all the big mess anyway. So, alright, we all want Keir gone, but it's not really going to make much of a difference, is it? No, we're still going to struggle on. People are going to try and do what they can do. Legally, most people, which is, you know, what we should do, but it's very, very difficult. There's really no way to go forward these days on our own. There's very little spaces available. All the high streets have got multi-chains and big conglomerate companies that have a massive impact on the economical local community. In the old days, if you call them old days, we sound a bit old now, but there used to be market stalls every Saturday, every Sunday. People would come out on a horse and cart and literally sell their wares, fruit, veg, housewares, fabrics, anything they could. This was like a way, a means of doing things. But now people find it hard to even make a start in life a lot of the time. Hello, I'll be back now. So, is Andy Burnham's electoral business going to really make any much difference? Is it going to change things for the local person, the small person like us? Or is it something different? I don't think there's going to be much difference really. I'm not sure. I know we've got a couple of years left, haven't we? Of you alright? Making a YouTube video. YouTube video? Yeah. Oh. It's alright, isn't it?
It's quiet today because it's Father's Day.
Yeah, I know, I see. I was expecting to be more, but it's really hot as well, isn't it?
Normally all that's full down there, you know, and up there, and all the green.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people coming out to play with. That's good.
I was going to come down today, but okay, here we are again. So Mike, the owner of SOS Wales, they SOS centres who help people with their food bank, food share, etc. Didn't recognise me, but he's cool. I've actually volunteered for them before and done all sorts of stuff. So normally I would come down and sell. There's actually a really nice stall here. This chap on the right with a van, he's got loads of architectural, arts and crafts, and objects that are very beautiful, copper vases and ceramic pots and all sorts of other usable stuff. Set of step ladders there. Yeah, so at the end there's like a food share where you can have food that's getting close by dated. So here's my bag of nearly dated, out of date food. We've got like broccoli and all sorts of different things. Broccoli, some nice M&S bread. Oh, that's down the floor. spring onions. So, you know, vegetables, some pork in there. I've also got some what's this? Rosemary and rock salt sourdough focaccia, if I say it in Italian. That should be okay. There's some tomatoes in there. Oh, it's probably making loads of noise, isn't it? Okay, so there's some tomatoes in there, and some other vegetables and basic fruit and veg, bananas, all other things like that. So yeah, what I was trying to get across was whether this new government will actually make a difference, or whether these spaces where you can get food for cheap, you know, that's a £2 donation. Obviously that's not for the actual foods, but that is for the you know, just the time, isn't it? So that's quite useful, and it's less food waste as well. They do have a food bank where you can go to on a Tuesday, I think it is, locally, and get bits and pieces. As you know, you can, if you've got cats or dogs, and have cat or dog food. There's like nappies and all these good things help us all along. Milk, you know, buttered bread. That's for people who are eligible and sort of need help in life. So that's great. And then obviously there's a massive overflow of food then. Well, not obviously. There's collections every day from these supermarkets of food that they need to get rid of because it's getting close dated, and thus it basically saves a lot of food waste. And also let's check at the camera. Still recording? Yes, it saves a lot of food waste. Sorry, I was just checking if the camera's still recording. Talking to myself. So it saves a lot of food waste that is chargeable in big, you know, rubbish skips and stuff. So it saves them money that way, but it's also a nice ethical thing to do with the amount of food that is being thrown away on a daily basis. I mean, I've got like vine tomatoes in there from M&S, you know. So yeah, maybe some of them might be a bit squashed. I've just eaten a split banana. It's still a banana, isn't it? Even though it's a little bit split, so I'm sure it won't kill me. Or give me food poisoning. We'll see in like 24 hours time anyway. So yeah, is the next government going to make any changes with Andy Burnett in charge? Or is it going to be the same crock of shit that it has been, and us working class kind of almost peasants on their scale of things, on their grand scheme of things, when you compare the wages and the income and the benefits that a lot of these politicians, their politics, make and earn. I mean, do they earn it really? You know, just for being a lying face on the screen and on the internet and everything else. Most of the things that they say need to be fact checked, and a lot of the things that they say that are fact checked seem to be not in today's line of thinking, or just completely wrong. So people are going to struggle on whatever, regardless, I feel. You know, people try and do this, try and do that. This is a Sunday, it's 21st of June 2026, 25 degrees, and people have been here all day. It's Father's Day, so not many people have come to this boot fair, and apparently it was the same at the Strand that I mentioned earlier. So where are we at? What do we do? You know, I've got a job, but yeah, I'm getting a £2 bag of food and seeing whatever other niceties I can get, you know, to help me along. Just everyday basic things. And understand that most other people really, locally, and you know, a lot of people over the country and stuff, are also in the same boat. But then yet we've got all these migrants coming over, illegal migrants who are not fleeing from a war zone. They're economic migrants coming from like Somalia, Sudan, Afghanistan. We can't fly there, you know, as European citizens. There's ways to get there, but we can't get to their countries. So why are they coming here and being kept in like hotels, 4-star, 3-star hotels, having dinner, breakfast, dinner and lunch, clothes, mobile phone, money each week, when they've absolutely not put anything into our economy. A lot of illegals don't want to even integrate with us. They don't want to speak our language. Their children don't speak their language, our language. If you look at the statistics up north, which I'll hopefully get on the screen now. But yet the English people, the Welsh people, the Scottish people, the United Kingdom people are just made to suffer. We haven't got the logistical setup for these millions more people. The utilities like the water, the gas, the electric, they're under pressure, and with the water authorities, they're just letting their sewage out into the streams. That's another video I'm going to make. With all the different chemicals that are not good for us. So there's a lot of new people in the country on an already struggling system in very different manners, with the economic, infrastructure, educational, work, jobs available. We're under pressure. This is not gonna be a good thing, is it, at this point? It's not about being racist. It's not about being far right. It's not about being homophobic, xenophobic. It's just that our space cannot cope. It's that simple. So I don't know what you think, what you guys think. If you leave your comments in the bottom, in the comment section, and share, like and sub to this video, and then we can go from there.